V'yata zoiche Maseh Yolam V'hoikei Kol yitzurei kerem V'fonecha nidba Kol ta'alumayis V'yamoy mistarois Mistarois V'yatov zoiche Maseh Yolam U'fohoikei Kol yitzurei kerem V'fonecha nidba Kol ta'alumayis V'yamoy mistarois Mistarois Kien Shecha Nifnei Kisei V'voinecha V'yein nistor Mineged einecha V'yein nistor Mineged einecha Kien Shecha V'lifnei Chisei V'voinecha V'yein nistor Mineged einecha V'yein nistor Mineged einecha So those words, like we say, Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, Ata Zoicher, you remember everything. There's nothing hidden from you. On a certain level, it means that you remember all the bad things. All the Averis, like there's nothing hidden from God, so what are you gonna hide? Come, say Hashamnu v'kanu. Be real, be open, be authentic, because he knows everything anyway. So what's the point of hiding? But I had this thought that came into my mind on Rosh Hashanah. We say around the blowing of the shofar, Ashrei Yoidei Sirua. Ashrei Yoidei Sirua. Fortunate is this nation that knows the shofar blast. And that's what it means on a simple level. Hashem ba'or panecha ya'aleichem. We walk in your light, in your light. The tzaddikim tell us that the word trua on the one hand means a shofar blast. But on the other hand, and this is why the trua is called that, it means broken. Pasuk says in Tehillim, Troim b'shevet barzel, like to shatter, like with an iron rod, like shattering, is the word Troim. Trua means brokenness. And I was thinking to myself, we're standing at the end of a year, the likes of which none of us in our lifetime have ever experienced such a year. It's possible that almost nobody alive today has experienced such a year of upheaval and uncertainty, pain, deep, deep pain, deep. And my perish on those words, as I was saying them, is Ashrei Am Yoidei Seruas. Unfortunate is the nation that knows the shofar blowing. That's also true. What a privilege to be a part of this broken nation. This nation that knows the secret of Trua. What we've been through this year. Ata zeicher kol anashkachos. Ata zeicher, like everything. You remember everything. Ata zeicher masei olam. It's not about Hashem remembering all the bad stuff. No, I made a mistake, and then I come to Yom Kippur. It's cute for 3rd grade, maybe. Year 3. Maybe. Being kind. Not even for nursery is it good enough. Means Yom Kippur is a day when all the gates are open. It's a day when, forget about this that I made a mistake, this that I sinned a little bit. Don't we understand that all of our Averis is rooted in Shvira, is rooted in brokenness one way or another? Taiva, people talk about Taiva. It's nothing to do with Taiva, it's not a Yetzirah. Yetzirah today is not that. Yetzirah is sadness, and we're so sad that we're trying to run to find billions of ways to numb ourselves. It's not like it used to be, like the Chazal described. Now it's time for Pnimei Satar. The Neshmasa Da'araisa is revealing the Neshama of our Yetzirah, where it's not a matter of a person's it's so juvenile, because that's not where it comes from. That a person is really seeking physical gratification. Give me a break. That's what it looks like on the surface. A person needs another thing of sushi and another whatever he's watching and whatever it is. That's not what it is. On the goof of it, it looks like it's a Yetzirah. That's not what it is. It's Ashrei Am Yoidei Serua, Ribbana Dal Makaila. We're broken in ways that we don't even know what to do with ourselves. We're looking for ways, every kind of little bit of glue to put ourselves back together. But Gavalt, we're looking in all the wrong places, and wherever we look, that we think is going to fix us is hurting us even more. And Eida the Mace, V'chatzi Tavasa Biyadai. So why is he keeping on looking? Because it had nothing to do with the Taiva. It's something more fundamental that he's looking for. So we're looking in all the wrong places. And what we actually want is only you. What we only want is Laman Chalakim Chaim. I want to have a connection with you, but I want to have a real connection with you, not just like on a surface. I want to have a connection with you that actually fills me. Taras Hashem Tamima, Meshivas Nafesh, because my whole life is falling apart. Because all the Averis that a person is doing is because it turns out that Yiddishkeit has not been Meshivas Nafesh for me. So teach me how to daven, that it should fill me up, that I shouldn't have to look in millions of places to have a little bit of Yishuv Adas. Give me what the Sfarim are describing. Let me feel it. So my Mesifta Rebbe told me that Gemara is mamish life, but I don't feel that way. So let me feel it. Ata zoicher masei olam. You know what I've been through in my life. You know what each and every one of us have been through in telling the story of Asap and Masika. Lo yamos. I don't intend to die. Ki echye. My life is the story that you're telling through me. But now that Ashrei Adam Yoidei Serua, that this is a nation that knows brokenness, that knows trauma of generations after generations, that gets baked into the physiological DNA of our being, but certainly our emotional and intellectual and spiritual makeup. We're a suffering people. It's a miracle that we're functioning on the level that we're functioning at, whatever level that is. What a miracle. What we've been through, and we're stragglers. We're standing on the threshold of redemption. Rav Nassan has a lashon again and again in the Likutei Tfilas. He says to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Banu atsoiv kol hadoros. We've arrived at the end of all generations. Vayidenu imach, and we're still davening to you. It's a pele. Uvachal zayis, after everything that we've been through, hein bechlal, hein befrat, generally and personally, shimcha lo shechachnu. Yom Kippur is not a day that I come, it's like, I made a little mess and now I'm asking for forgiveness. Juvenile. Yom Kippur is a day when the essence of my neshama is shining so incredibly deeply that it becomes absolutely clear to me that what I thought I was going to get out of those Averis, I didn't get out of them, and I cannot get out of them, and I can get it only in Dveikus of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because Va'atam Adveikim Hashem Lekechem Chayim Kulchem Hayom. That's the only place where I'm alive. And every other place that looks like it's exciting and the little bit it brings me to life, it's death. It's a rot. It's hell. It's distance from Hashem. It's hell. It's Gehenna. So from that place, I'm willing to let go of everything. It's not a matter of like, again, it's silly. It's like, I really wanted those things, and be'etzem I would still hold on to them, but I know that it's not what you want, so I'm coming and telling you that I really regret it. Nebuch. No. And Yom Kippur is shining the light so deeply into me that I, for my own volition, I'm willing to let go of these things because they're not serving me. Because it turned out that what I thought I wanted is actually what you want. Because it turns out that what you want from me is actually what I want. On the deepest, deepest, deepest level. And that's where I'm going to find menucha. That's where I'm going to find shalva, health. Not in breaking the boundaries, but in staying within the boundaries that are created by the being that created the whole entire world, because he knows what a good life means. And we think we're going to outsmart him in 2 billion ways. And again and again and again, we hit a dead end. So we have to journey. Some of us, we don't learn otherwise. But at this point, all of us have learned. We're at a point in our lives, each and every one of us, I think we're ready to let go of it. We're ready. And it's not a sacrifice. It's become a living Gehenna for us. Living distant from Hashem. Living without emunah. It's not optional today. It's not optional. It's not like there's a good life and then there's a religious life. There is no good life. It's Gehenna. It's Gehenna for ourselves. It's Gehenna for those that are privileged enough to share our Dalet Amas, each and every one of us, our wives, our children. It becomes Gehenna when a person's not plugged into their higher self. It's hell. And Yom Kippur is shining the light of Yechida, the light of the essence of me. That the level below that of the neshama that's called Chaya, my Tfisat Chayim, my whole worldview, is just a levush, is just a garment for that essence of who I am. The level below that, neshama, is machshava, is the way that I think is just a garment. It's not me. My essence sometimes manifests itself in this thing called thought, but I'm not my thoughts. The level below that is called ruach, that's deep, or that's speech, but I'm not my words. I'm a neshama. The neshama reveals itself, sai, in a worldview that's called chaya, sai, also in thoughts that's called machshava, that's connected to neshama, and also in words that are connected to ruach, and also finally in nefesh, which is action. But none of those things are me. And so on Yom Kippur, I'm able to climb from nefesh to ruach to neshama. This is called Nidrei Mariv is nefesh. Shachar is ruach. Musaf is neshama. Action, thought, and word, or word and thought. And then mincha, I'm fixing my whole worldview is like as the fast intensifies, and I recognize that I don't even need food. I don't even want food. I climb into Ne'ilah. Climb into Ne'ilah where there's no vidui, because there's no vidui, because there's no vidui. Because on that level, there was nothing that ever made a mistake. Because on that level, that's the part of me that's always clear that I don't want these things in the first place. There's no vidui. It's just rachamim. It's just rachamim. It's just yirgimul midas of rachamim. Because that relates to the essence of who I am. That's the yechida. That's the shining essence of our souls that reveals itself once a year and once a year alone, when we're a little bit angelic. And we're separated from this worldliness, and we're able to really tap into our essence that never wanted these things to begin with. And so it's not a matter of God forgiving us, it's a matter of it being wiped away like dust. It's completely external to the actual thing that the dust has settled upon. Because when there's the revelation of the light of the essence, everything else is just, it's gone. It's not relevant. It's not relevant. Ki kala bishkaga. We made this fundamental mistake. It's all it was. It was a mistake. The mistake was that I thought that I was going to find happiness elsewhere, and it turned out that I was deadly wrong. Lifnei Hashem titaru. That's what purifies us. Lifnei Hashem. I just want you. I just want emunah. I just want yeshivat das. I just want broader-mindedness and non-judgmentalism and depth and pneumius. That's all I want. mitzvahs, ma'asim tovim, making somebody else happy, giving somebody else a good word, saying good morning, making somebody else have a good morning. Gewalt, what a Torah. Smiling at somebody, bringing somebody to life. A moment with my wife, really being present without the phone and just really being there. Some moments with my children. Because we're so busy and urgent and life passes by, and then we look back and we spend our whole life regretting it. So why regret it? Just do it right the first time, Before Gilgulim. The first time we should do it right. This is the union of Yom Kippur. I wanted to speak about something completely different, but this is what came down in this moment. And I think that it's true. And I think that it's real. And I think that from this standpoint, Yom Kippur is nothing to want to get over with and we can go into Sukkot. Are you kidding? Yom Kippur is the sweetest, most delicious gift of the whole year. If Shabbos is a matana toiva, then imagine Shabbos Shabbosan is a matana toiva. It's the best gift, because I'm finally who I actually am. And when that light is shining, I can march into a new year with this newfound realization. And that's what engenders change. Hashem should bless us to have a successful Yom Kippur, to really taste this, and to be honest, to be open with our Kadosh Baruch Hu, to be honest with ourselves, to look deeper. It's not about the surface mistakes. It's what do I actually want? What am I actually looking for? V'tarli beinu la'avdecha be'emes. V'tarli beinu la'avdecha be'emes. V'tarli beinu la'avdecha be'emes.